There is a simple cubic,
Mhm.
tetragonal, orthorhombic, hexagonal,
Mhm.
rhombohedral, monoclinic, and triclinic.
Yeah, so this here you can see based on the different values or the relation between the edge length and axial angle, you can have 7 crystal system. These are the basic 7 crystal system possible. So I think this was the last point we discussed yesterday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we got an idea what is a space lattice. Space lattice mean arrangement throughout a 3D space, arrangement of particle throughout that substance in a three-dimensional way. That is what the space lattice or a crystal lattice. And when you divide the space lattice, the smallest 3D unit available is the unit cell. So unit cell has got parameters like can be defined in terms of their edge length, which is on x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, which can be A, B and C. As you can see in the diagram, the edge length along x-axis is A, y-axis is B and z-axis is C. Similarly, axial angles are there, alpha, beta and gamma. So based on these 6 values, A, B and C, alpha, beta and gamma, the shape, the geometry of the unit cell can be of 7 different ways. That is why it is known as the 7 crystal system based on the parameters. So till here we have discussed about different possibilities of the shape of a unit cell. So we discussed only the shape of the unit cell. We didn't discuss how the particles will be arranged inside the unit cell. So today what we're gonna discuss is how particles can be arranged in this unit cells in a simple cubic, especially taking an example of simple cube. Okay, so that is what next point. So next side heading you can write primitive and centered unit cells. Primitive, what do you mean by primitive? The word meaning, primitive.
I'm old, right? Or like
Yeah, it's like
Very
very
simple.
old or very basic, right?
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. So this arrangement of particles inside the unit cell is of 2 types, primitive and centered unit cells. Okay, so you have a unit cell. In that unit cell now you're going to arrange the particles. These arrangement of particles are of 2 types. One is a very normal, very old, very basic arrangement which is called primitive. The other ones is of centered unit cells. So we'll look into the first one, that is primitive, or you can say simple cubic unit cell. So primitive unit cell or simple cubic unit cell. Here the primitive unit cell means a unit cell having a particle only at the corners are called simple or primitive unit cell. So you can see as in the diagram. If you look into the diagram, you can see this is a cubic arrangement, cube. There are 8 corners for a cube, right? That you might have learned in math in lower classes, middle schools. There are 8 corners. How many faces are there for the cube? How many faces?
6.
6 faces. How many edge?
8.
Ma'am, 8.
Sure.
I'm 12, right? 12 edges.
Yes.
12, right? Count and see how many
Yes, ma'am,
edges are
it's
there.
12.
It is 12. So for a cube where length, breadth, height, everything is same, alpha, beta, gamma is equal to 90 degree, right? That is the most perfect, what you can say, symbol and the easy unit cell arrangement is cubic arrangement. In that simple cube, you have 8 corners, 6 faces and 12 edges. Okay, now getting back to our topic, primitive or a simple cubic unit cell mean for a cube there are 8 corners. if the particles are arranged on these 8 corners, that type of arrangement is called primitive or simple cubic unit cell. That is a unit cell having particles only at the corners are called simple or primitive unit cell. That is the very basic arrangement possible for a cube, because cube is having 8 edges, and if you're taking your particles on this 8, so not edges, corners, such arrangement is the very basic arrangement, and that is what it is known as primitive unit cell or simple cubic unit cell. Is that clear, the definition?
Ma'am, do we draw the diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
do we draw the diagram?
It will be good always if you draw, then you will understand it better.
I'm only the one with the molecules in
Yeah,
the.
this one you can't draw. It's like very difficult. This one you
Right.
can draw, right? Yeah, that will be easy. Like you just draw a cube and show the particles at the corners. Now the question is this particle belong to only one unit cell? That is the next question. For that, I'll take back to another diagram which I have showed you yesterday. Yeah. Take this space lattice. Just imagine that this is the space lattice and in which you have different unit cells. So one of the unit cell is highlighted over here. Like that, we counted it to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 unit cells are joined together. Now, look into this particular particle, right? That particular particle is shared between different unit cells, right? How many unit cell it is being shared? That particular particle.
8.
It has been shared with 8 unit cell, right? This is the 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, downwards, and then you have 5, 6, 7 and 8 in the upper level. So that means one particle which is at the corner is being shared by 8 unit cell, right? So when you take a simple unit cell, one unit of one cube, and when you draw, you can see that it is belong to one unit cell. But in reality, when you look into the entire space lattice, each particle which is there at the corner is being shared with another 7 more unit cells. That means each particle does not belong completely to one unit cell. Instead, it is equally distributed or belongs to 8 unit cell. Right? Is that point clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is the point here that should be noted. That is, when you have a particle at the corner of a cube, that particle, if you imagine in a complete space lattice, that particle will be shared by 8 unit cells. So it will contribute only 1/8 of its part with 1 unit cell, because one particle is shared between 8 unit cells. So each unit cell will get 1/8 contribution, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So this will be 1/8, this will contribute 1/8, this will contribute 1/8. Like that, all the 8 particles will be contributing 1/8. So total number of particles in a unit cell is equal to 1. Even though it has got 8 particles on the corners, but that 8 particles does not completely belong to one unit cell. Each particle at the corner is shared by another 7 more. So total 8 unit cells are sharing one particle. So the contribution of one particle will be 1 by 8. So such 8 particles will be there, mean 1 by 8 into 8, that is equal to 1. So this calculation is important. They may ask for 1 mark, 2 mark question. Find the number of particles in primitive or simple cubic unit cell. So you can draw the structure and you can say that each particle in the corner is shared by 8 unit cell. So the contribution of a single particle will be 1 by 8. So total number of particles is 1 by 8 into 8, which is equal to 1. That is what shown in these two diagrams. So this is how the arrangement looked like. The particles is in the corners of a cube, and in the reality it is like this. 1 by 8 of each particle is there, and when you add all of them you will get the total number of particle as 1. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as this kind of topic need to be a lot of visualization and like you need to imagine in a 3D arrangement. So I thought I'll share a video with you all, because it's sometimes very difficult to explain through an online platform. So I got a video. So I'll just share, put it in your chat. It's something like around 5 to 6 minutes, but it's worth watching. It is explaining everything, like how you have to imagine these kind of arrangement, how you're measuring. So not only primitive, other kind of arrangements are there. So first you watch this video. I'm just sharing, and I'll give you the time also to watch it. Then we will continue the discussion, and after some time, after end of this class or something, if you're getting time, again you watch the video for the better understanding. So first watch it now. It will take 5 to 10 6 minutes, but it's worth watching. Boys, keep your video on throughout the lesson if there is no difficulty with the internet connection.
Ma'am, the problem is if I go to watch the video, the camera will be switched off.
Okay, if that is the issue, I can understand, but with some others,
Because I'm on mobile.
yeah, okay. If you're using PC, then you won't have such issue, so keep the video on.
Ma'am, did you share the video?
I'll just share the link, because the problem while playing generally is because the audio and video will not match sometime. So that is a disturbance. So I thought you can watch it individually and we'll continue the discussion.
Mummy, can you send the link to the class group?
Yes, Muzammil, you want something?
No, I can't now. Like my Teams is lagging, so I can't get the messages and everything. Not lagging, my Teams doesn't work.
You can't see the chat?
No, ma'am, I can't.
Can somebody put this link in your group, WhatsApp group or something, those who are using the phone, so that others can use it? If you're done, please let me know. Done?
No, ma'am. 1 second.
Kevin, you're not there.
Ma'am, I'm supposed to listen to the entire 7 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, because
All
that
right.
is what is today what we're going to discuss. So you can
All right.
see a visual representation.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your hand once you're done so that I know. I'll wait for another 2 minutes. Okay, I think I gave you more than 10 minutes. Okay, so let's come back to a discussion. And after the discussion also, you can watch the video for the better or the clear understanding. So we discussed about primitive unit cell or the symbol unit cell. Primitive or the symbol unit cell mean a unit cell where all the corners are occupied by the particle. And when you count the total number of particles, you can see it is only 1 by 8 into 8. That is total number of particles is 1. So that is done. So this is the classification of arrangement of particles like primitive arrangement, primitive unit cell arrangement and centered unit cell arrangement. So now we have to look into the centered unit cell. Centered unit cell is a unit cell having particles at other positions in addition to the particle at the corners are called centered unit cell. That means primitive, already they got 8 particles at the corners, each corners of a cube. Other than that, if there are other particles present in a cube, then they come under centered unit cell. I repeat, in a normal simple cubic unit cell or a primitive unit cell, there are 8 atoms at the corners of a unit cell. That arrangement is the primitive or the simple cubic arrangement, unit cell arrangement. Other than these arrangement plus some more particles at some other area of a same unit cell, then that is coming under centered unit cell. So centered unit cell is having particles at other positions in addition to the particles at the corners are called centered unit cell. So there are again the centered unit cell arrangement of 3 types are there: face centered, body centered and end centered. So 3 different centered unit cells are there: face centered, body centered and end centered. So I'll repeat. So basically till yesterday we discussed different possibilities of unit cell in terms of their geometry. And today we're going to discuss how the different possibilities are there for the particles to be arranged in this unit cell. So based on that, there are 2 types of unit cell arrangement: primitive or simple cubic unit cell and centered. Simple cubic unit cell mean particles are arranged at all the corners, that is 8 corners of a cube. That is a very basic simple arrangement. But if you have a cube where other than these 8 corners, some of the areas are also occupied by the particles, then such kind of unit cells are called centered. So centered unit cell will have the particles in addition to the particles at the corners. So such arrangement you can further classify as 3: face-centered, body-centered, and end-centered unit cells. So now we have to analyze each of them in detail, like how we did the primitive. Similarly, face-centered, body-centered, and end-centered unit cell to be discussed in detail. Okay, so let's start. Okay, as you can see here, body-centered, that is, as the name indicates, at the center of the cube. Body means the center of the cube. So here, as you can see the diagram which is given on the right side of the description, the constituent particles at each corners, that is already there, that is the primitive or the symbol, plus one particle at the center of the body. That is why it is called body-centered unit cell. So 8 corners. Other than the 8 corners, there is one particle at the center of the cube, center of that body. That is, the body means the center of that shape. That here it is a cube. So that kind of arrangement is called body-centered. That is 8 corners plus one particle at the center. Second arrangement is face-centered. So from the word itself, it is clear. Other than the 8 corners, there will be particle at the center of each face. There are 6 faces for cube that we already discussed. There are 6 faces, right? So at the center of, see, this is one face. If I highlight in red, this is one face of a cube. At the center of that face, there is one particle. Like that, there are 6 faces. At the center of each of the 6 faces, there will be one particle. So 8 corners, particles at each corners, and also at the center of each faces. So that kind of arrangement is in a unit cell is called face-centered unit cell. So body-centered mean 8 corners plus one particle at the center of that body. Face-centered mean 8 at the corner plus particles at the center of each face. Last and the third one, that is end-centered. Here again there are particles at the 8 corners and also at the center of alternative faces. At the center of alternative faces. That is the end of a cube. Only at the 2 ends of a cube. That is why it is known as end-centered, because in the alternative faces, at the center part, you will have a particle. So this is how the arrangement of centered unit cell, body center, face center, and end centered. Is that clear?
So in body, face centered, there is no center particle, right? Or atom?
No, not at the center, only at the center of each face. So we're going to discuss one by one again in detail by calculating the number. So you will understand much more at that time. So let's start with, yeah.
Ma'am, after seeing the video and seeing end-centered, I'm guessing that there are 2 particles for end-centered unit.
End-centered, okay, we will do, don't worry. We will discuss one by one, okay. Let's do it first for the body centered. Body center is also known as BCC because B, body, center C, and cubic. So BCC mean body centered cubic arrangement. BCC. So short form in the exam also, in the question paper also they use, right, BCC, FCC for face centered, right? So that short form is very important. So as you can see in the diagram, 8 corners. And at the center of the cube, there is one particle. So if you want to count the number of particles per unit cell, it will be 1 by 8 into 8. That is fixed for all the centered arrangement, because that is the very basic thing. 8 corners, each one is contributing 1 by 8. So that will become 1 plus one full particle at the center. It's not sharing with anything else because it is inside the cube. It's not being shared with any other unit cell. So it will be completely available. So total will be 2. So 2 particles per unit cell if the arrangement is BCC, body centered cubic arrangement. Body centered cubic arrangement. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you know where are the particles situating in each kind of centered arrangement, then it will be very easy to calculate the total number of particles per unit cell. So this is the first one, body centered cubic unit cell, which is also known as BCC. The second one is face centered cubic unit cell. Face centered cubic unit cell mean you have 8 at the corners as usual. Those 8 are there already, which is contributing 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 into 8, that will become 1. And now you can see that if you draw a cubic arrangement, okay, I'll use another color to show the difference. And when it is connected in a okay, when you are connected it in a space lattice or crystal lattice, this is the one of the face, right? Each face will be shared between 2 unit cells. Is that point clear? That means one face of a unit cell or one face of a cube will be shared with another unit cell or another cube when you arrange these unit cell in a crystal lattice, right? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means if you have a particle at the center of this face, that means that particle is shared by the 2 unit cell. So the contribution will be half. So one particle at the center of a face is shared by another unit cell as well. So the contribution will be of that particle will be only half because it's shared between the 2 unit cells. So such 6 faces are there. Such 6 faces mean 6 into half, that will become 3. So total 4 particles per unit cell. So 1 by 8 into 8, that is fixed for all. So that I am not repeating. But in face centered, that is FCC arrangement, there are 6 faces of cubic arrangement. In all the 6 faces, there is at the center, there is particle. But the problem with that, these particles are not completely available to one unit cell because the faces are shared by 2 unit cells. So each particle at the center of the face will be shared by 2 units. So the contribution of each particle will be half towards 1 unit cell. So 6 faces, 6 particles, each one is contributing half of it. So it becomes 3. So 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. If not clear, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just assume that it's clear to all of you. So it is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Last and the final centered arrangement is end-centered arrangement. End-centered arrangement is a kind of modification of FCC. In FCC, there was a particle at all the faces, but in end-centered, there is only particle at the 2 opposing faces, right? So again, so you have 2 particles in the opposing faces other than the corner ones. And as you know that the face is, each face is shared between the 2 unit cell. So the contribution will be half. So half into 2 will be 1 and this is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So this is known as the end center. That means two ends of a cube, that is the opposing faces. You have one particle at the center of such faces. So out of the 6 faces, only 2 faces will have particle. And as we already know, face mean it has been shared between the 2 unit cells. So the particles also will be shared between 2 unit cells. That means it is contributing half of it to one of the unit cell. So 2 particle at the opposing faces mean 2 into half. That will become 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So this is how we are looking for the arrangement of different types of arrangement of particles as primitive and centered. Centered arrangement is further classified as body centered, face centered and end centered unit cell arrangement. Any doubt so far? Because you need to familiarize with these terms, these arrangement, calculation. Because the coming topics is related to it, and even the density calculation question, you need to know the understanding of these concepts so that the numerical part will be easy. Any doubt?
No.
Okay, so we know that there are 7 crystal system, right? We discussed 7 crystal system. That was just based on the unit cell parameters, edge length and its axial angle. In this 7 crystal system, we didn't discuss about how the particles are arranged. We just discussed about its shape, the geometry. So when you start looking at the simple cube, within the simple cube itself, the particle can be arranged in 4 different ways. First arrangement is the primitive or the simple cubic arrangement where 8 corners are there. Then you have 3 centered arrangement, right? Body centered, face centered and end centered. So within one cubic arrangement, you have 4. Like that, it is possible for tetragonal, orthorhombic, rhombohedral, monoclinic, triclinic and hexagonal. May not be same number but a different number. That means we took an example of only a cube and we explain how different ways it is possible to arrange particles in a cube, in a simple cube. Similarly, different arrangements are possible in tetragonal arrangement or tetragonal shape, orthorhombic, triclinic, monoclinic, rhombohedral and hexagonal. So based on that, this 7 crystal system and based on how we can arrange the particle in this 7 crystal system, the total arrangement is classified as 14 Bravais lattices. That is what the next point. 14 Bravais lattice, that means the arrangement of particles, the different way of arranging particles in that 7 crystal system. So you can see symbol cube that we already discussed. Face centered cubic, that is FCC. In the cube, face centered. Body centered cubic, that is BCC. Right? And end centered is a modification of face centered, as I said earlier. Then you have symbol tetragonal, that is in a tetragonal arrangement, only the corners have the particle. Body centered tetragonal. Symbol hexagonal arrangement. Symbol orthorhombic, that means symbol mean only the particles at the corner of that particular geometry. Body centered orthorhombic. So here you don't have to know all the detail, but make sure that you understand that there are 14 ways of arrangement is possible in the 7 crystal system. So only we are focusing only on the different varieties of the cubic arrangement. We are not discussing about trigonal or hexagonal or monoclinic. That is not required. So we are taking only the cube and the different possibilities of arranging particles in that symbol cube. That is what we are looking at. So Bravais lattice mean the different possibilities of arranging particles in that 7 crystal system. So based on the unit cell parameters, 7 crystal system, that you will get the geometry. In that 7 geometries, particles can be arranged in different way. So together there are 14 way of arranging particle in that 7 crystal system, which is known as 14 Bravais lattice. And here, as I said earlier, we are only focusing on simple cubic and centered cubic arrangement, only for the cube. That is BCC, FCC and N-centered.
Ma'am, so we won't be learning about the rest.
Rest is not required.
All right.
Okay. But you should know that there are 14 way of arrangement in that 7 crystal system. That's
All right.
it. Okay. So that's for today, because the next topic is about close packing. That we will do after, like tomorrow. We will do it tomorrow, okay?
Which
So
all
that's
will we be learning?
Sorry?
Which all will we be learning?
I didn't get you.
Which all types will we be learning?
Oh, you that's about only about the what we discussed: simple cubic, BCC and FCC.
Okay, yes ma'am.
Okay, N-centered is actually a modification of FCC, right? Because out of the 6, only 2 are there, like faces at the center of that faces. Okay, so that is about, so please watch the video once again if it's not clear to all of you how this calculation is done. What is the different possibility? You have to imagine it 3-dimensionally. Even when the numerical is asked, this is how you need to have that imagination of the shape, 3D shape, to get it, have an understanding. Any doubt on the topics which we discussed today?
No,
No, ma'am.
Okay. I hope all of you are studying every day what we are discussing. That should be continued throughout this year, grade 12. Okay. To ensure that the maximum, like what you can say, very good results at the end. So maintain the notes. Keep on adding the points whenever you ref. This is what we discuss is a very minimal, or what you can say average kind of information. You will get extra points when you refer the textbook or any other books, resources. When you start solving the past year's question papers, you will get different types of questions. So you will get an idea how to think on a particular topic to give the answer. So that practice also should go simultaneously, so that you will be confident for your board exams. Anything else? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I'll wind up today. I'll wind up for today. We shall meet tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.